For decades, Africa has been told the future would arrive eventually, after permission, after capacity building, after someone else finished building it first, right? Now imagine the future quietly rolling off an assembly line. In Nigeria, no applause, no Western ribbon cutting tour, just steel, software, and strategy. And this week, Nigeria signed an agreement with South Korea's AEDC to establish Africa's first electric vehicle manufacturing plant. Not a pilot, not a showroom, a factory. And remember, if you want more Africa First stories the Western media ignores, hit subscribe. We don't chase the headlines, we chase the truth. And by the end of this video, you'll understand how Nigeria just repositioned Africa inside the global EV race without asking permission. Africa didn't miss the EV revolution. It waited for the right moment to take the lead.
Nigeria has taken a major step towards becoming a leading hub for electric vehicle production in Africa, with the Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment signing a memorandum of understanding with South Korea's Asia Economic Development Committee. The agreement, formalized at a ceremony in Abuja, aims to establish EV manufacturing and charging infrastructure across the country. The Minister of State for Industry, Senator John Eno, described the partnership as a milestone for Nigeria's industrialization agenda. He said the initiative aligns with national policies to diversify the economy, strengthen domestic manufacturing, create jobs, and reduce import dependence, while emphasizing the phased plan from complete EV assembly to full in-house production. The MOU also highlights technology transfer, localization, and workforce skills development as central to its success. AEDC's chairman, Yoon Suk-hon, expressed confidence in Nigeria's potential to become a global EV player, citing strong leadership and engagement from Nigerian officials. NADDC's Director General Otumba Joseph Osapini represented at the event called the partnership historic, promising regulatory support to ensure the initiative delivers jobs, technological advancement, and sustainable economic growth. The formal signing marks a significant step towards integrating Nigeria into regional and global automotive value chains.
So here's what just happened, right? Nigeria, Africa's largest economy and most populous nation, finalized an agreement with South Korea's AEDC to build an electric vehicle manufacturing facility on Nigerian soil. And once operational, the plant is projected to produce up to 300,000 vehicles annually and generate around 10,000 direct jobs, with thousands more across supply chains. But this isn't just about cars. This project aligns with Nigeria's energy transition, automotive industrialization, and local manufacturing strategy, while rolling out the infrastructure that actually makes EV adoption possible. So charging stations, financing programs, grid integration, public transport pilots, and yes, Lagos has already begun deploying electric buses, quietly testing the ecosystem before mass rollout. Now, here's the humor beat, right? For years, analysts said Africa wasn't ready for EVs, and it turns out Africa just didn't want to import the future. It wanted to build it. So people think that this headline means, oh, Nigeria is assembling foreign EVs, another outsourcing project. Nice experiment, but it won't scale. But let's talk about what's actually happening. This is not a branding exercise. This is industrial positioning. Nigeria is pairing manufacturing capacity with energy policy, urban transport, and consumer financing, the full EV value chain, not just vehicles, but ecosystems. And this matters because EV dominance isn't about climate slogans. It's about who controls barriers, software, logistics, and labor. And this matters for Africa and global power because Africa skipped the landline era. It skipped the desktop era. It went straight to mobile. And now the same logic is unfolding in transport. Africa isn't transitioning from combustion, it's leapfrogging into ownership. So again, Africa isn't late to the EV race. It just refused to start from the back of the grid, right? So let's talk about ripple effects here. There's going to be a few. The first is the economic impact. thousands of skilled manufacturing jobs, local supplier networks for parts, wiring, software, and maintenance, reduce import dependence on fully built vehicles. Then we're going to talk about youth and skills. So this isn't oil era labor. This is mechatronics, battery systems, software diagnostics, industrial automation. And that means Nigerian youth aren't training for yesterday's economy. They're wiring for tomorrow's. Then we're going to talk about urban transformation. So electric buses in Lagos aren't symbolic. They're proof of concept. So cleaner air, lower fuel volatility, predictable operating costs. And once public fleets go electric, private adoption follows as well. Now let's talk about the regional signal here. So when Nigeria moves, West Africa watches. And when West Africa watches, the continent recalibrates. So for years, Africa has exported raw materials so others could build clean cars. Now Africa is building clean cars and exporting the lesson. So what's going to happen next? First, scale, right? 300,000 vehicles a year isn't symbolic, it's competitive. And then second, there'll be regional integration. So expect supply chains to extend across West Africa, from lithium processing to component manufacturing. And then we're going to look at policy alignment. So once EV manufacturing is local, incentives shift fast. So there'll be tax breaks, fleet mandates, charging corridors, and a narrative collapse, because the old story said Africa would always be the market, never the maker. And in previous Africa Power reports, we've talked about Africa controlling the value chain. And this builds directly on that trajectory, right? So inshallah, in future episodes, we'll look into who else is quietly positioning to follow Nigeria's lead and why the EV map is being redrawn southward. So one truth that I'll leave you to hold on to is that the future doesn't arrive with permission slips. It arrives where preparation meets courage. And Nigeria is prepared. Nigeria moved. So, mashallah, that's your African insight for today. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because I'm Mr. EmpowerTV. We don't chase the headlines, we chase the truth behind them. This is Mr. Empower, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.